Hey ladies, Erika here. So today we are going to do deck of fun. So we're going to go through a whole deck of cards and each number has an exercise that kind of coincides with it. So we're just going to go through, it's totally random. I will shuffle the cards in front of you even though that's a bit of public embarrassment for me. These are new cards too, so cut me some slack. So what we're going to do today, you just need some open space. You can use a mat depending on your floor. I'm not going to, but I usually don't. But if you normally do, feel free to use a mat, or if you're not on the carpet or whatever. I am going to use plates because I don't have dumbbells. But if you get, I'll actually be using 3 different kinds of weights, a kind of light, medium, and heavy. If all you've got is lightish and heavyish, that's fine. For lighter weights, if you don't have dumbbells or anything, if you use wine bottles or water bottles or any kind of cans or whatever, bigger cans if you can, that's great. For heavier weights, anything like vinegar containers are usually a little bit bigger and heavier. Laundry detergent is another good one. Just make sure that it's the lid is screwed on. Also, if you have resistance bands work really well, especially if you have, again, a lighter and a heavier resistance. I'm solely doing this in front of you to make sure that you know that I'm not setting us up for failure if we get a couple in a row. So basically what we're going to do is we'll just take an hour. We might not make it all the way through the deck, but that's fine. If we end up flipping a duplicate card over consecutively, then we have to do the exercise twice in a row, just like the cards are, but then we also have to do a 45-second wall sit with a figure 8 if you want to go between the legs with a weight. I'll show you when and if we get there. Actually, I'll just show you now. And for our warm-up, we're going to do it a little differently. We're going to do the exercises together so that I don't have to show you that separately. So pretend these are my weights and I just go through the legs with weights, or you can literally just sit and do a normal wall sit, or you can just doing an anterior raise, whatever you want. Just a wall sit for 45 seconds as punishment for getting the same exercise twice in a row, which I know is no fault of yours, but it's also not mine. I shuffled it. It's, yeah. So we're gonna start just with some IYTs. So we're going out of order now. I'm kind of trying to do it in a way that'll flow. If you want, you can walk. You don't have to. And we're just going to start with an I, and then a Y, and a T. And because we're doing just a warm-up now, we're not going to use any weights. Really just starting out straight in front, going to 90 degrees, then a 45-degree angle, then straight out to the side. When you go straight out to the side, especially, make sure you're really rolling those shoulder blades back. You're kind of trying to squeeze them together as you go up. So this should feel pretty easy peasy. We're just trying to get movement in there now. But once you add weights, it'll be a lot more difficult. And just because we are doing a little bit of a stretch, let's just bring it a little bit higher up for now. All right. From here, so this is for number 4, whenever we flip over a 4. 40 seconds of the IYTs. We'll go into a delt fly next. So everyone, bend the knees, hinge at the hips, start with the arms down, palms facing one another, micro bend in the elbows, and you're just gonna come back in a delt fly, it's called. So this one, again, really trying to squeeze those shoulder blades together as you go back. Elbows are leading. So nice big gorilla arms, and we're going to do this with weight. This is a tough one, so if you do have the small, medium, heavy weights, this one might be the medium. If you don't, that's totally fine. Play around with the weights. If something's too heavy, try to make it lighter. If something's too light, make it heavier. Okay, let's go into a row next. So we're gonna start in the exact same position. This time we're just gonna row straight up. Not too concerned about your grip, so you can do either a neutral grip where the palms are facing one another, or a prone grip where the palms are facing back. This one, elbows are really leading. You're really bending those arms, squeezing back, engaging the rhomboids a little bit more. Try not to look straight up and really try not to get that head movement. This isn't for the head. Just going straight back. Okay, let's go into some squat pulses next. Oh, so that was Queen and King. So we're gonna do 12 and 13 of those two. Don't worry about it, we'll get there when we get there. This is the squat pulse we're going to do for number 3. So we're just going into 90-degree angle, trying to get that bum down nice and low, and then pulsing from there. Chest lifted, bum down. Just doing a few of these to warm up. And this one's gonna be for number 3, so we're doing 30 seconds of a squat pulse. For number 9, we are going to do a standing split squat. So if you feel more comfortable, you can just do standing squats on one leg. Or if you'd like, it's kind of a modified yoga pose. You're just gonna put the hands on the ground, not changing the weight to the hands. Keep the weight in the leg, other leg up. Don't really worry about how high it's getting. You're just bending that one knee, coming up. We're gonna do 9 on one side and 9 on the other. So let's just flip. We're just trying to kind of get the idea, get the body warmed up. We'll just do 3 here. All right, since we're here, we're going to go into a Frogger next. So if you're more comfortable, you can do step out to plank, step up, show the hands. So it's kind of a Frogger with a high 10, or you can add a little bit of a hop, so you're hopping back, hopping in, 10. So give those a try. Just try to figure out what you're going to do when we get there, because we are going to try to do decently quick transitions. Our next one, we're going to do a side-to-side mountain climber. So this one is for number 5. We're doing 50 seconds. This is by far, I think, the crappiest one. I'm sorry, because I did make the workout, so that is my fault. But okay, so you're going to start one knee bent, one leg out straight. The straight leg is always going to go first if you're timing it a little bit slower. So leg comes up, switch. I don't actually know if you can see me. Nope. Leg up, switch, leg up, switch. Or switching it up to quick, so you're alternating every time. So give that a go. You can try out either one. Feel free to start in one, go to another. If you get too tired, that's totally fine too. While we're here, we'll go on to the back. We're gonna start with some leg lowers. So this is for jack. So we're doing 11 leg lowers. You can either have the arms out or underneath the bum or the small of the back. You're just bringing legs down to hover, back up to 90. Just 11 of these. We'll play around with those when we get there. From here, let's go into, actually you don't have to do a glute bridge, but you can do a glute bridge if you want. We're gonna take our heavy weights and we're going to do a pec fly. So it's kind of opposite of what we did for the delt fly. So elbow's gonna lead until elbow hits the ground, and then you're coming back up with that weight. And I think this is for 9, and we'll switch, or maybe for 8. Which one is it? It's for 8, sorry. And so we'll just rotate between the two of those. You can alternate every time if you'd prefer. For me, I'm using a plate, like a weight plate, not a dinner plate. And so to go alternate over my face every time I don't want to do, so that's why I'm going to do one side. And it is more difficult if you do one side and then switch over to the other side, but whatever you want to do for that. Let's see. While we're sitting, let's just go up. You can try a V-sit. So if you want, you can start with the hands here. You can start with the heels on the ground and just lean back until you really engage the core. Stay here if that's what's feeling good. If you can, take the arms off. If you can, lift up the feet. If you're feeling good and you want to, you can go between high boat and low boat, or you can just stay in a V-sit the entire, it's just 20 seconds. That's for if we flip over a 2. For an ace, we're going to do 60 seconds plank. Don't worry about any of this if you don't remember a single thing, because I made it and I'm looking at a sheet every single time because I can't remember. So, okay, so dive bomber. Oh, we did not go over push-ups and dive bombers. So we're going to do a diamond push-up. So I know for some of you this might be quite difficult. You're going from the knees, you're making a diamond with your hands. If you need to do kind of a broken diamond and walk the hands out, that's fine. Just try to keep it a little bit narrower than you would normally do. And yeah, from the knees or the toes, totally fine. That's for 6, so we're only doing 6 of those. For 7, we are going to try dive bombers, just a modified dive bomber, so you're not sweeping through, you're keeping your bum up nice and high the whole time. So feet can be a little ways apart, bum up, try to get that head nice and close to the ground, or just basic, or barely brushing the ground and coming back up, and we're just doing 7 of those for number 7 in the deck. And I think that's everything. Let's do a little bit more to warm up, because that was pretty broken. We'll start with just some heel sweeps, just warming up that whole back line. Yeah, who knows how this is gonna go? It might be a total schmoz, but it'll be great. And just remember, you cannot hold me responsible if we get a lot of doubles. And we'll just see whatever we can get done in an hour, so we'll probably do around 54-ish minutes before we start doing a cool down, and whatever we don't get done, that's fine. Go wide feet, we're gonna go into a lateral lunge, so you're bending one leg, opposite hand to opposite foot with a rotation. And we've done kind of a back line stretch, so we're gonna do a little bit of a front line stretch. So just going into a lunge, it doesn't even have to be a full out lunge. You can honestly just kind of lean in a high lunge and just lean back and then switching it up, lean back. And we'll just do one more each side. Keep a nice dynamic movement. Good. And last thing we're going to do is we'll get that core fired up. So starting nice strong posture, rolling those shoulders back and down. Draw the belly button in toward the back, so you're not flexing, you're not crunching, just drawing it in. Lifting up a leg, if this is enough, stay here. If not, you're gonna take the arms overhead, sweep them down. We'll just do 3 each side, just a really quick core warm up, and then we'll get started. Because it's already been almost 15 minutes of me gabbing. Okay, hopefully we're all excited. Oh, and we're doing 13 cards, 13 exercises in a row before we take a water break. So, without further ado, I'll try to show you the cards, but it might not matter because you might not know what I'm talking about anyway. 6, starting out strong with some diamond push-ups. So try to keep up as best you can. We are going to do quite quick transitions. 3, 4, 5, 6. First exercise down. Easy peasy. It's a 6. No, just kidding. It's not. 13 bent over rows for a king. So grab your heavy weights. Get a nice strong positioning. Bend in the knees, hinge in the hips. Arms should be hanging in front of the knees. And we're going up from here, keeping the head straight. Just looking around like 3-ish feet in front of your feet. 5. That's 6 for me. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and one 13. If you're using a resistance band, you're just stepping on that resistance band and pulling up. Ooh. Oh no! Okay, we've already got doubles. Yay! Okay, so grabbing those weights again and going right back into 13 as soon as you're ready. That's 6 for me. 8, 9, 11, 12, 13. Try to make sure both arms are doing the same amount of work. Oh, okay. I just saw it and it's another king, so I'm just gonna slip it in there. We gotta do our 45-second wall sit. Okay, I'm not allowed to play with the deck anymore. Oh, I forgot a weight. You don't have to use a weight again. And we'll go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 45 seconds here. Okay, we are not off to a good start, but that's okay. We got a lot of the deck left. And if we don't get done everything, that's all right. Okay, so if those rows felt really easy for you, especially the second set, you might not be using high enough weights, which I know for some of you, you can't do anything about. So hopefully the other stuff will be harder. Yeah, we're already doing a Delphi, so we won't change that. And 3, 2, 1. Hop on up. Okay, we've done 3 so far. 5. So we're doing, a 50-second mountain climber. Just kidding, this is fun. We're having fun. Everyone's having a great time. We're gonna go in 5. And 3, 2, 1. So we're hopping back and forth if we can. Hopefully you can see me well enough. If the hopping isn't working for you, you're taking, remember the back foot is always moving. So you're touching with the back foot and then coming directly back up again. Looking slightly ahead of your hands. We don't want to be looking down at the feet. Looking up at the hands. It also usually kind of helps with dropping the bum a bit. We have 20 more seconds. I can't see my watch and do this at the same time. And 3, 2, 1. That was so broken. Okay, 6. We're going into those diamond push-ups again. The good thing about getting sucky ones out of the way is that at the end we won't have to do them. Unless we don't make it to the end and we just have to do all the sucky ones first. Who knows? Okay, whenever you're ready, diamond push-ups, just 6 of them. 4, 5, 6. Going from knees or toes, whichever one works for you. 9, so we're doing those standing splits. So going onto one leg, draw that belly button in, try to keep the weight back, and try to get down as low as you can. Or just staying normal one leg squat. 7. And we're doing 9 each side. Keep those hips as straight as you can. That was 9 for me. I'm switching it up. If your knees are a problem, you can go into glute bridges as well. So lying on your back and bringing your bum up. Either going on one leg or 2. Doesn't really matter, but really trying to work those glutes. I think that's 6. 8. I tell you, when I get talking, I lose track. 4. So we're doing 40 seconds of the IYT. So grabbing lighter weights, whatever those may be, and we're just going to time out 40 seconds with the IYTs. Going in 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. 45, and then straight out. Don't let the head move. Drawing in that belly nice and strong. Oh, this one is a nice little break. If we get it again, it probably won't be. Okay, got under 10 seconds left. And 3, 2, 1. Drop those weights. 10. So we're going the Froggers with the high 10. So either stepping or jumping up. Going at your own pace whenever you're ready. And then into those high 10 hands. 3, 4, 5. If the jumping's not working for you, you're stepping out, stepping back. Don't worry if it takes you a little bit longer. 7. Keep going. Okay, I'll do a few extra because if you're stepping, you may be kind of behind anyway. Just try to keep up even if you're missing out on a repetition or two. We're doing 6, so back into those diamond push-ups. Man, getting rid of those diamond push-ups fast. Whenever you're ready, if you're going either from your knees or your toes, if you need to make it a little bit easier, walk the feet out a tad. It is harder if the feet are right together. 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. Back. Oh, this is okay. Okay, going back into the Froggers with the high 10. Whenever you're ready. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. We have 3 more exercises. Back to that king. So back into that bent over row. We're almost done with the bent over rows. We're getting rid of our rows and our push-ups quick. So whenever you're ready, doing 13 of these. Squeezing those shoulders back. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and that's 13 for me. 2. Ooh, haven't done a 2 yet. So just a V-sit, either staying in a V-sit or going high and low. Most importantly, just make sure you're leaning back. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. If you can, hovering up the legs, and feel free to extend and come back up. Whatever works for you, just make sure that you're leaning far enough back to really engage the core. Almost done. And 3, 2, 1. Good. 8. So we're going into, the pec flies. We haven't done those yet. Okay, this is our last one. Just making sure. So, either going into a glute bridge or staying down. Weight starts up. I'm going to do all on one side, just with one weight. And what we're trying to focus on is that there's no shift to the one side, even though the one side is the only side with weight. So this is a unilateral movement. Any unilateral movement is really going to use that core a little bit more than normal. Totally lost track again. I'm going to do one more. That may or may not be 8. Keep going if it wasn't 8. I'm sorry. And then starting on the other side. If you'd prefer to alternate and you've got weights, dumbbells, feel free. If it's a safety issue at all, please use one, or just go on the one side. 6, 7, and whenever you're done those, take a water break. So feel free to catch up if you're a little bit behind. Good stuff, you made it through one. All right, so we're on round number 2. First card, queen. So we're doing our delt flies. So if you have a medium weight, you're grabbing the medium weight, bending at the knees, hinging at the hips, arms start right in front, micro bend in the arms, and then coming up, looking just in front of you. Don't get that head involved. 4, and we're doing 12 of these. That's 6 for me. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right. It's a queen. Keep those weights. We'll just do it again. Okay. This is going really well. 2, 3, 4, 5. If you're having a really hard time, 6. You can go into rows here or just drop down weights. 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Really trying to not swing the body forward. That's what we like to do when we're tight. I can't flip that yet. We gotta go to the wall. Oh, grab a weight if you need it. And we're doing our 45-second wall sit of shame. Okay, going in 3, 2, 1. Get down to 90. And then if you want, you can add that figure 8. Okay. We haven't started our rounds very strong, hey? That's okay. Wall sits are fun. Keep it up. If you want, you can just sit. You don't even need the weight. We've got 15 more seconds. Drop down just a little bit lower. Less than 5, and 3, 2, 1. Come on up. Oh boy. All right. Jack. So the leg lowers. So we haven't done one of these yet. So arms out to the side, underneath the small of the back or underneath the bum. If you have any back problems, you might want to go underneath the bum. Starting at 90 degrees, lowering the legs to hover, back up. We're doing 11 repetitions of these, and you can kind of play around with it. If you want, you can go out to the side, other side. It's also a little bit more difficult if you spread the legs just a bit. 7, you could go out to the side with the legs a little bit apart. 8. That was 9 for me. Got 2 more. And nice and slow and controlled. Okay. 9. So going into those standing split squats. Remember to keep the weight in the legs, even if you are touching the ground, or feel free to just do normal one leg squats. Whatever works for you. Really getting as low down as you can. Nice and slow and controlled. Don't worry about how high that leg gets up kicking. 7, 8. That's 9 for me. Switching sides. Keeping those hips nice and straight. And really make sure the glute's doing the work. This is a great one that's really easy to look at your knee and toe and make sure that they're tracking over one another. And make sure that the ankle isn't collapsing in. Oops. Yeah. Is that 6? 7, 8. Now you must know by now that I am not good at counting and talking at the same time. Okay, 7. We're going into our 7 dive bombers. So get that bum up nice and high. Head down as close as you can to the ground. The more vertical you are, the harder it's going to be. 4, 5. For people that don't feel comfortable with this, 6, 7. You can go to the knees and come straight down just to get the feeling up for it. We were only doing 7 of those. Ace, we're going into a 60-second plank. So high plank or low plank from the knees or from the toes. And let's go in 3, 2, 1. So nice and strong. Try to look a little ways ahead of the hands and keep that bum down. Most of the time we want to rotate our bum and we go into what's called an anterior pelvic tilt. We really want to try to roll the bum down and engage the abdominals and that intrinsic core. Okay, we're halfway now. Staying nice and strong, looking ahead. I know it feels more natural to look down, but try to look slightly ahead because that does keep your head in better alignment. We've got 10 more seconds here. If you need to go from the toes to the knees, go hard. 3, 2, 1. Rest up. Okay. 7. Going back to those dive bombers. Woo! So bum high, regardless from the knees or from the toes. And we're doing 7 of these. 6 for me, and 7. Jack. So going back into those leg lowers. Man, we're just doing a few over and over again. Okay, so nice high legs. Slow down that movement. Going nice and controlled. And feel free to play around with it again. 6, doing whatever style you want. That was 8 for me. And 11. Ace. Back into that plank. Who's having fun? We are. Okay. Oh no. There we go. Okay, we're gonna go in 5 seconds. And 3, 2, 1, let's do it. So if you can, try to start on the toes, even if you're literally going on the toes for 5 seconds. Get that feel going from the toes, then go onto the knees for the rest of it. And as much as you can, try to stay in that plank. If you need to go kind of bum up a little bit, it is 60 seconds, so you can, but try not to. All right, we're already halfway done. Stay strong through the shoulders. Try not to collapse into the shoulders. Nice and strong, rotating that bum down just a tad and looking forward. We've got 15 more seconds. Keep it strong. I'm just gonna flip over the next one so we know where we're going. We're doing 6, so we're finishing up our diamond push-ups. And 3, 2, 1, that's a minute. All right, we're going right into those diamond push-ups if you can, so 6 of these. The shoulders are really having to do a lot lately. Ooh, my floor is slippery. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Queen, we're going into that delt fly again. So whenever you're ready, we're doing just 12 of these at your own pace. Six, 7, 8, 9, that's 10 for me, 11, squeeze those shoulder blades together, 12 of those, 3, we're doing 30-second squat pulse, we haven't done that yet. Okay, let's go in 3, 2, 1, so starting at 90 and then pulsing up from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We only have one more left and then we get another break. Yay! Got 10 more seconds here. Lift up the chest, get the bum down low. So you should feel the weight in your heels. Your heels should not be lifting off the ground. And 3, 2, 1, relax. Last one. 5, we are doing, oh, boo. We're doing our 50-second mountain climbers. So you can do side to side stepping or hopping. And let's go in 3, 2, 1. So just for a reminder, if you're taking it a little bit slower, stepping back nice and quick, and then catching up, or you're doing the hops. Keep it up. Keep looking forward. Again, try not to look at your feet. Looking ahead of your hands. We've got 15 seconds left. Almost done. 5 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1. All right. Second set completed. Take a water break. Okay, it is set number 3. How excited are we? We're starting off with 9, so we're going into those standing split squats. This is probably going to be our last set, so that'll probably make you feel better. Just taking it at your own pace. Really trying to get the weight in the heels. Don't let the heels lift up. Keep those hips nice and straight. 6, 7, 8. That was 9 for me. Switching sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you're a toe scruncher, really try to release those toes. Keep them nice and flat and relaxed. 7, 8, 9. I know I am, and so that's why I know it might happen to you. 9. Going back to those, starting right away. 1, 2, 3, 4. Every time when we started, hey? 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Yeah, the beginnings of the rounds are not good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Grabbing that weight, Going against a wall, 45-second wall sit. And going in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh, I can't believe it. That I know it might seem like I planned it. I did not. I don't want to know what's coming. We've got 15 more seconds here. Hopefully the legs are feeling it. We've just done 3 leg exercises in a row. 5 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Oh. Okay, 2 down, 11 to go, 7. We got another dive bomber. Bum up nice and high. Whenever you're ready, try to get as vertical as you can. Doing 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Jack, we're going back into those leg lowers. Try to do them, I'll try to count them out loud this time. Let's try to do them all together. So going, oh, I accidentally hit the stop button on my watch. 3, 2, 1. Lowering down. Up. 1. Down. Up. 2. Up. 3. 4. For a little bit of a challenge, try not to go right up to 90. 6. And don't let yourself rest at the top. 7. Down. Up. 8. 9. Down. Up. 10. And we're gonna go down and we're gonna hold at the bottom, just hovering over the ground. And we'll do a couple snow angels, so going out wide, coming back together. And 3, 2, 1, back up. All right. Done with our jack. It's another jack, stay down. Oh boy. Okay. Doing 11 more. Go in 3, 2, 1. Starting up top. Back up. 1. Down. Up. 2. Down. Up. 3. Really try to draw on that belly. Down. Up. 4. 5, down, up, 6, down, up, 7, down, up, 8, down, up, 9, down, up, 10, and down, up, 11. Now we need to go back to that wall sit because we had a duplicate again. Oh. So going back to that 45 seconds. And we'll go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Gotta try to pass it the opposite way. It's gonna take a while to get done this round. We've only done 5. We only got 15 seconds left, or 10 seconds left. We are golden. Go a little lower down. And 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay. 10. So we're going into, the Froggers with a high 10. We haven't had to do that since the beginning. All right, whenever you're ready, stepping or hopping, and we're doing 10 of them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going if you're not done. We're gonna go into our 8 pec flies. So again, going on the ground, either going glute bridge or just flat on the back, whichever one works better for you. Arm up nice and strong, micro bend. Doing 8 on one side, then 8 on the other. 3. Try to make sure you're not having to twist when you go down. If you are in a glute bridge, just go down on the ground. Focus more on that drawing in the belly. 6, 7, I have one more here. 8, and then we're rotating other side whenever you're ready. You don't have to do it with me. Oh, my watch is in the way. 1, 2, 3, keep no hinge in the hips. 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's 8 for me. All right, King, we're going into our last bent over row that we'll have. So for those, if you were using a resistance band, it should just be underneath your back. And then for this, you're stepping on the band, if you have one. And just doing 13 of these whenever you're ready. Hinging the hips, bending the knees, looking just in front of the feet a bit. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Whew. Ace, we're going back down into the plank. 60-second plank. Again, try to start from the knees. We'll go in 5. And 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Again, looking a little ways ahead of the hands, getting that bum down, trying to tuck the belly in. So if you don't know what I mean, most people let the bum come up, have that arch in the back. We want to tuck the bum under. Oh boy, that was smooth. Okay, keep going. That was 30 seconds. I'm just gonna flip over the next one so we know what we're doing next. Next, we're gonna be going into that squat pulse. So starting at a 90-degree angle and just pulsing up ever so slightly. Really concentrating on bum down, chest up. All right, we've got 10 more seconds here. Keep it nice and strong. Almost done, ladies. And 3, 2, 1. Bring it on up to that squat pulse. So 90 degrees. Going in 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. So bum down, chest lifted, and then that micro bounce. Making sure that those heels are staying on the ground. Knees should still be tracking over the toes. Don't let the knees collapse in. Also, don't let them splay out. Sitting back further on the bum. Bringing the weight to the back. We've got 5 more seconds left. That's it. And 3, 2, 1. Good stuff. 3. Going back. Oh, crap. Going back to the squat pose. Oh, we're having so much fun. Okay, we'll go in 5. And 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We only have 2 more left after the wall sit that we need to do. So that's exciting. Okay, we're halfway done now. Sit the bum back a little further. Lift up the chest. Really try not to arch the back though. Really drawing in the belly button so that the back doesn't have to arch in order to do that. And 3, 2, 1. This is gonna be fun. Going for that wall sit. Then we only have 2 more left and then we're done, so don't worry. Okay, we're gonna go in 5 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Okay, so last time, I think this time on this side. Okay, we've had way more wall sits than I thought we would. I was expecting to have like 1 or 2. Oh, I'm sorry. Make sure you're not cheating, you're not sitting way up. The bum is at 90. Don't let the feet go out too far either. That starts to happen. Oh, we don't have much longer. 5 more seconds, you can hold it. And 3, 2, 1, relax. Okay, second last one, 7. We are doing our dive bombers again, just 7 nice strong dive bombers through the shoulders. Whenever you're ready, get as vertical as you can. Push yourself, it's the second last one. 5, 6, 7. Give you just a second if you're a little bit behind. And next we're going to go into a number 8, so that unilateral pec fly. So grabbing a heavy weight or a resistance band. Resistance band goes underneath you and you're holding on to either side. I forgot to explain that to you the first time, so sorry. And whenever you're ready, you're doing 8 on one side, and then 8 on the other, keeping that core nice and strong. 4, 5, 6, 7. That was 8 for me. Switching sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's 8 for me. All right, woo, good stuff. Let's just 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Yeah, we made it through. Did we? Yeah, we got at least a few of everything. Okay, none of them were left out. Oh, we only had to do 1 set of IYTs. Well, congratulations, you made it through. Let's run through a little bit of a cool down. Ooh. Okay, we would not have had to do any more wall sits. Okay. Let's start out just bringing 1 foot in front of you, toe pointing up. You can bend the opposite knee if you want, hinging the hips back and kind of sitting back just to get a stretch through the back of the leg. Going like this. So some people might feel it more in the calves, some people might feel it a little bit more in the hands. There should be probably more in the calves because of how we're doing this. And let's switch sides. Rotate those hips back, really try to pull them back, and you should feel this stretch in the calf, getting a little bit deeper. How fun is that, hey? Just leaving everything up to chance. You have no control on your workout. Those 50-second mountain climbers are hard though, eh? Okay, we're gonna go into just kind of a yogi squat next, just trying to kind of stretch out those adductors. So really using the elbows to push on the legs. And if your feet are a little bit wider, that's fine, or narrow, that's fine. Just trying to open up those legs a little bit more, actively trying to push the legs out. And we'll come back up and just go into kind of a raggedy Ann doll, so leaving the bum elevated, head down, looking back behind you. And you can grab onto the arms. You can do a little bit of a swing if you want, or just kind of stay where you are. And we're going to walk the hands out a bit, and we're going to go into a pigeon. So just bringing, let's bring the right knee toward the right elbow and coming down. I don't know if you can see me. Starting by lifting up the chest and then folding forward. And you can go onto the elbows. You can rest the head on the hands or rest the forehead all the way down to the ground, extending the hands. Whatever works for you. If you prefer not to do this one and you want like the one lying on the back, that figure four, or a reclined pigeon, you can do that. Or even the standing pigeon, exact same thing, just getting that figure four done with the legs, always resting the leg above the knee of the other one. Whatever works for you. And walking the hands back up. And we'll just switch. So however you want to do that, if you want to go into a bit of a down dog, you can. And we're just going to get that left leg, left knee just behind the left hand, and left foot behind the right hand. And sitting up, opening the chest to start off with, and then coming down. And again, going onto the elbows, the forehead onto the hands, or the forehead on the ground. Whatever is comfortable for you, or anything in between. All right, we're just going to do a few more. So walking the hands back, we're going to take that left leg and we're going to go up into kind of a kneeling position. So left foot down, right knee down, and then we're just going to push forward with the hips, trying to stretch out those hip flexors. So keeping the hips nice and straight, really almost try to accentuate that right side, that back leg, pushing the hip forward. Switching it up. Oh, if this one doesn't work for you, if going on the knees is no good, you can go into that high lunge that we've done before with that back bend, which you can also add the back bend here. I just find for me, I feel it a little bit more even without the back bend. We're already at about an hour, so I'll just do one more thing. You can go onto the knees, sitting on the toes. So we're trying to stretch out. This is great for the plantar fascia. at the bottom of the feet, and then we're going to clasp the hands behind the back, roll the shoulders back and down, start by pushing down the hands, and then begin to start to raise them up. So kind of a dual stretch here, really opening up the chest. And from here, if you'd like, you can just go into a little bit of a child's pose. But that is all for the deck of fun. Don't get it confused with deck of death, because we had fun today. Yeah, and tune in next week, and we'll have some more workouts for you. Please comment if you enjoyed it, and let us know what you thought. And hope you have a great weekend. See you later.